Yo, what's going on, guys? And we're back here with another video. And today we'll be talking about the Denver Nuggets, the fourth team, and what to expect from them this offseason. And I want to hear your opinions right now down below. What do you guys expect from the Denver Nuggets this offseason? So let's get right into the video and let's talk about the contracts. First off, Jamal Murray's due $31.5 million, almost $31.6 million this year. Nikola Jokic is due $30.5 million. Aaron Gordon is due 16.4, and he's eligible to be re-signed to, I think the max is a 4-year 88 is from what I've read. Will Barton has a player option of 14.8, which I believe he's probably going to accept due to the fact that I don't think he's going to get more than that on the open market. Paul Millsap's expiring. I doubt they bring him back unless it's a veteran minimum. JaMychal Green has as well a $7.5 million exception. He could potentially decline that due to he could get more on the open market. He had some good moments. JaVale McGee's contract's expiring. Facundo Campazzo's under 3.8. Michael Porter Jr. is still under contract for next year, but he is eligible for a payday. So it seems like the big thing to do is Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. should be re-signed for long-term success. Zeke Nnaji, Bol, Monte Morris, and Vlatko Kankar are all under contract. Another guy that they could bring back is Austin Rivers and PJ Dozier. But yeah, Austin Rivers would be a great backup point guard for Monte Morris until Jamal Murray comes back. And then you have Jamal Murray, Monte Morris, and Austin Rivers. I think that would look good. Now, if we look right here, Paul Millsap, Austin Rivers, Will Barton, JaMychal Green could all be unrestricted free agents. Now, Barton played 56 games, started 52 of them, averaged 13 points, and that was for fourth most behind Jokic, Jamal, and Michael Porter Jr. Is he a good fourth fiddle? Yeah, but he's like 30 years old, so maybe try to get rid of him. Green was one of Denver's most accurate three-point shooters, and he almost hit 40% on his three-point attempts. So basically, their unrestricted free agents are Paul Millsap, JaVale McGee, and Austin Rivers. Restricted free agent, Shaquille Harrison, Will Barton, JaMychal Green. That's just the contract situation. So looking right here, I think Porter's going to be a restricted free agent after next year. They're going to keep Porter. They're going to do all that they can. And, Jaden Springer, Chris Duarte, and Marcus Bagley are all three guys. I think Jaden Springer and Chris Duarte are the two best prospects they could get. Jaden Springer could replace Will Barton. He might need a city year, so you would have to sign somebody. Maybe trade for a guy like Eric Gordon. I saw a thing, Bleacher Report did Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. for Damian Lillard. That'll never happen. And, if we look over here, if they use the Jeremy Grant trade exception, they could get Eric Gordon or Buddy Hield. Obviously Buddy Hield's the better player, but if you get Will Barton and a trade exception, you could probably, and maybe a pick, you could probably get Buddy Hield easily, and who's better than Eric Gordon, but Eric Gordon would still be a good, fourth scorer, and you'd pair up nicely. I still think Buddy Hield would be probably the best one, but you definitely, this article says they could try to get Zach LaVine. I don't think that's actually an option. But now if we look at the free agent options, there's Victor Oladipo, but you don't know if that's going to work. Evan Fournier or Josh Hart. Josh Hart would be perfect. He could play like small ball 4, or he's more of a small forward to begin with. Evan Fournier matching back with Aaron Gordon. They're buds, and that could work really well. And again, back to prospects, Jaden Springer or Chris Duarte. Chris Duarte is the more pro ready. He'll be able to start immediately, so could see that happening. He's a guy who, again, could contribute immediately, and he's an important element for a team like Denver, which would maximize the championship window with win-now moves. And if they go for Springer, he fits the bill, but he enters the league as a defensive-minded guard with a solid frame, but he only averaged like 13 points in his lone season at Tennessee. So I would like them to go with Chris Duarte. And the question now is, can Michael Porter Jr. be number 2 for the entire season? When Murray went down with his torn ACL, Porter jumped in, averaged 23.5 points, 6.1 rebounds on 56 from the field, 48 from the 3, and 85 from the free throw lines in the final 17 games. Okay? and he had a really, he had some bad games in the playoffs, but you could say that if he can show that this was just a stepping stone and he's going to jump hugely, it's going to be awesome what we're going to see and like the type of player he's going to be. Now, if we just look at, who's going to be the defensive guy for them. Look, Gary Harris was their best perimeter defender. They got rid of him for Aaron Gordon. You could think, and like that's where they got really screwed in the playoffs. A guy like Avery Bradley would be awesome, but he's not the best guard out there. But for the market that Denver's in, he's an incredible fit and he'd be really good. So if Barton gets traded or they get rid of him, he'd be awesome. Another guy who would be great is Kelly Oubre Jr. If Will Barton, do a little sign trade there, I don't even know if that would be able. And is it worth keeping the prospects? So they got rid of Malik Beasley and Juan Hernan-Gomez after hitting on like Jamal and Jokic and Monte Morris. And they also traded Gary Harris and RJ Hampton. No means was Gary Harris a young guy, but now they're left with Zeke Nnaji, Bol Bol, and Vlatko Kankar. And it's hard to go at these guys because Nnaji just completed his rookie season, so he isn't going anywhere. Bol Bol has only played in 39 regular season games, and Vlatko's only played in garbage time. So, and I think it's interesting because what is this going to be? What are they going to do? They have the 26th pick in this year's draft, and Chris Duarte, in my opinion, is one of, if not the best prospect they can get right there. So it's very interesting to see what they're going to do. Bol Bol will take a huge jump. That's definitely the interesting part. I have no idea if that will be the case, but again, we need to see what's going to happen. We need to see what they want to do and if it's going to be worthwhile. So let me hear your guys' thoughts down below. I think this year is going to be definitely an interesting year. If they can get a guy like Buddy Hield or Eric Gordon, it'd be dope. Those are guys that you definitely want on your team, and they definitely take you to the next step. So let me hear your thoughts down below, guys. Basically, what do you guys expect from the Denver Nuggets this offseason? Will they be able to take that next step, or will they continue? I don't know if you would say continue. They can't just come back out here with the same roster. I think that's pretty apparent, and we can all agree on that one. So let me hear your thoughts down below, guys. Peace out.